And we're back with another one. Top of the top, top of the top. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. I know a lot of nasty weather going on out there. Hope everybody's safe and sound. You know, peace and blessings to everybody. Um, Today we got another one, chat. We got another one. You know, something slight, but something good for the gander, something good for the soul. Today it's being brought to you by RKH Media. Good work, good work. I don't know if y'all know the story of the Fullestness, but it's been something that's been going around the media for some time now, for a very long time, where they've been on the media source for some time now. You know, here we don't break the content, we break the content down. We got a good one. I need to know how y'all feel about this, because might be a little controversial, you know. But to each his own, you know. It's your opinion. Everything is subjective. Everything is always subjective, never biased, you know. Always. Give me some water up in me. Right quick. Get a little bit of water up in me. Don't forget, people, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Mandatory. Appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to y'all. Hit that like button one time for me, if you can. These are people who actually eat dry sandwiches, bro. We should all be talking about the rise of anti-communism. It's like we've learned nothing since World War II. Yeah, World War II has gone and left, and now it's about to be World War III, my brother. Shameful. But the politics and things like that, you know, I let that be. I try to stay away from the politics and also religious aspects. I try to just stay more so on the laughter of gander side of things, you know, just to give the people a little bit of break from reality at times, you know. That's all. So without any further ado, let's get to this content.
We'll never see someone glorify homelessness quite the way this dude does.
We're gonna be homeless for the holiday season. We're gonna be poor for the holiday season. We're gonna be living outside in the cold, dead of winter, middle of the winter during holiday season.
I don't know, bro. You need some chapstick, though. I do know that. For the holiday season, you should have got you a whole tub of chapstick. Some Vaseline. Or something around those parts.
We gonna be good, too. I just turned 30 today. I'm so happy. I've never been so happy.
30? You look 50.
Happy about being homeless. I'm so excited to be homeless in the winter.
Excited.
I'm ready to save this money. Being homeless in the winter is better than the summer too, because the shit keep your food cold. It's natural refrigeration. When you're homeless in the winter, that's natural refrigeration.
This
Oh, he tweaking. He definitely tweaking. When you're homeless in the wintertime, that's natural refrigeration. So he doing all of this to save on the refrigerator bill? Come on now. Come on. Just go get another refrigerator, bro. You'll be all right. Gosh almighty. Let's get to it, chat.
TikTok couple right here went viral at the start of 2024 for literally crashing in a storage unit to save on rent.
I cannot believe this is all the stuff we had in storage.
This is a lot of space for us. When you coming from living in a tent and then teaching yourself minimalism, hey, this is a lot of space.
This is a lot of space.
We want to put other people onto this mindset, man, because yes, other people need space too. And also, you don't spend as much money when you don't have that much stuff and all this space to pay for. When you can be strategic about the space that you have, save money.
After getting evicted from their small, cozy home, they pitched a tent in the woods while proudly bragging online about how much money they were saving through their very economical lifestyle choices.
So me and my girl live in the woods. That's my baby over there. So many people keep saying, oh, get out the woods.
Nah. I'd rather be inside a nice, cozy, warm bed. Not sleeping in the woods, you know? To each his own, though. Let's find out what got them there.
Family keeps telling me you can't be out there. You need to find an apartment. The housing market right now, and then the inflation is crazy right now. To move out of a tent where I'm paying no rent into an apartment where I'm saving maybe $200 a month, it's not practical. It's not financially.
All right. So he's doing all of this to save 200 smackerinos. Smackerinos. 200 smackerinos to stay in the woods. Nah. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. I would definitely try to find somehow, some way to get that extra 200 smackerinos that was needed so I could be living comfortably where I need to be at.
We know how to move out here. We've been living out here.
But here's the thing, they're not homeless because they can't afford a place. They're homeless because they choose to be. This is just another episode of TikTokers who can't seem to keep jobs, then rebrand that failure as some bold, circumstantial life philosophy.
Shout out to Gene. Says I watch them sometimes. I think he's on D-Rugs, fam. Oh yeah. I do believe so, buddy. I do believe so. I've seen them prior to going live and everything. I probably watched, I'd say a total of like 10 lives of theirs from different time frames, but it's just been a ongoing thing, and it seems to me like where they're at in their space, he's okay with it. Let's just say he's okay with it for sure.
So today we're diving headfirst into their story to figure out why the hell they love being homeless, even in minus 11-degree weather. Because at least to the rest of us, none of this makes any sense. If you guys don't know, Fullestness is a YouTube channel with over 297,000 followers.
Indeed, 297K subscribers. They've been on it for a long time. Different platforms as well, too.
They also have more than 212,000 followers on TikTok, where they primarily document their homeless journey. At the start of 2024, these two intellectual individuals, Leland and Brianna, went viral after announcing on TikTok that they were living inside a rented storage unit.
Moving into our new space, you can pretty much live in here during the day, and then at nighttime, you can't sleep in here, so we gotta go back to.
What's in your nose, brother? What's in your nose, brother? Whatever's in there, get it up out it. Get it up, looking like, I don't know, slime, snow flurries. I don't know, I can't tell what it is, but we're gonna dive further deeper to this.
Storage is right next to our tent. It's amazing.
And it's climate controlled. Huge. It's absolutely huge. And we're finally gonna have a space to set up all our nice stuff.
I'm tired. You ready to get this left?
My tomato.
A little bit.
I haven't wanted ice water so bad in my life.
Let me tell you one thing about this young man named Leland. You hear he said he's tired. Now, all the lives that I've seen of theirs on YouTube when they were live, actually going live, he was never doing any work. The young lady right here named Bree, who may be a victim allegedly of Leland's grooming, but that's neither here nor there. She's the one always doing the work. She's putting up the tent. She's buying everything. She's doing the dishes. She's sweeping. She's doing every single thing that there is known. And Leland's thing is that he wants to focus on the content. And that's what he does.
Getting all of this stuff out of our tent, put it into this new storage.
It's just gonna be a living space. There's not even gonna be storage. Barely. Tell me how we got this fucking weird wall. I'm putting stuff on it. I'm gonna make it my little artwork.
We can have a camera in here set up.
Shit. And I like
See, first thing he say, we're gonna have a camera in here set up. Okay, Leland.
this is open.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Put up like Christmas lights.
What made this story even crazier was the fact that they were actively trying to be sneaky and hide from the storage unit company, while simultaneously broadcasting the entire experience online. The dude Leland, who clearly sees himself as the mastermind behind this genius plan, posted countless videos from inside the unit, and of course they went viral, because TikTok's algorithm loves nothing more than polarizing nonsense.
Why though? If you say you trying to be low, stay out the way, why would you post the content knowing that you have a lot of followers? Why would you post the content? I'm not understanding. That's cringe.
From there, things only got stranger and stranger. He wasn't just living in a storage unit with his girlfriend, he was also listing out the many advantages of storage unit living to his followers. Like he had just discovered some revolutionary high IQ hack to beat rent.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise.
Oh, check him out, chat. Check him out. He hit that corner swift, didn't he, chat? Oh no, Leland. Oh no. He said, yeah, I can exercise.
I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep.
That's where he thought that he found a gray area at, chat. he thought he found the gray area. Because it's a 24 hours service, he felt like, okay, I can come here when I want to. I can sleep when I can lay down and take a nap if I want to. I can be here as long as I want to. Shout out to Play in the building. Hey, Miss Ma'am. Hope everything's going well for you. Top of the top. Welcome in. So Leland thought he could just do as he pleased. Nah, that's not the way it goes, Leland. That's not the way it goes, buddy. Let's get back to it, chat.
So this is our living
ASAP's
space.
in the building.
Very, very grateful to have this space. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold.
Did he just have that lit on fire inside the cardboard box? What the?
Or we'll just prepare.
The Amazon box, no more good, chat. No more good. And he's directly in the front parking lot. Cooking. Whipping it right on up, chat.
Something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches.
Well, here's why you should not be living in a storage unit. It's simply illegal. And
Definitely.
sooner or later, if you're secretly living in a storage unit, the company will find out, which is exactly what happened. The company discovered that these two maniacs were using the unit as an actual living space, and
So Leland was just a squatter. He was just squatting, that's all. He said, yeah, I can be here when I want. I can leave when I want. I can exercise, and I can use the bathroom. Oh boy.
promptly kicked them out, an outcome that shocked absolutely no one.
We got kicked out.
Ah.
We just don't know what to do right now. We're trying to figure it out. It's a lot. It's a lot of uncertainty. We can't live here anymore. And we can't make videos in here anymore. Now all we have.
That's all he's focused on. That's all he was focused on, chat. Making those videos. That's it. That's all.
Is a tent. And it's freezing cold outside. Just can't live in a storage unit anymore. Figured I was going to get kicked out, but I'm willing to take risks. You know, have a crazy...
Like, we're not going to go forward with renewing our lease with you guys
Oh,
because you broke like a couple rules in our rental agreement. So you have like 48 hours to remove all your stuff.
The units can't be utilized for housing purposes.
After being evicted from their illegal resting place, they went right back to being homeless and living in tents. At the same time, they started actively asking people to Cash App them money. They also set up a GoFundMe to collect donations. But all of that...
That's diabolical work, chat. That's diabolical work. He did all of that and just sit there. Sit there because he knew. He just wanted the footage, but he knew at the end of the day, it was going to come to an end.
starts looking a lot like a scam when you realize this man is over 30 years old and openly refuses to get a job. And on the rare occasion that he does get a job, he somehow manages to incriminate himself by recording his own illegal behavior. For example, he worked at a hotel where he repeatedly made large quantities of food, dumped it into trash bags, and took it home.
Oh, he was trying to beat the system all the way around the board. Every chance he got, he say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this with me. Trent says, how you grow a beard? Good hygiene. That's all. Good hygiene, good genetics, you know. Try to stay as healthy as possible. Drink a lot of juice and a lot of water, man. Eat you some good fruit. I don't know if you want one, Trent, but hey, maybe you'll be all right on your beard journey, my brother. You know what I mean? Boucher says, what's good, fam? All in the day's work, all in the day's work. All in the day's work. I dig the energy in here. Yeah, it's all love. It's all love in here. It's all love in here. We're a good, fine community around these parts. Good, fine community around these parts. What's that, potato wedges? Breakfast potatoes, omelets, sausage patties. And he putting everything in the trash
did this
bag.
Several times and recorded and posted everything. Eventually, his employer caught on, issued a verbal warning, and then fired him for good.
I think you're doing your job adequately. There's room for
Gosh almighty.
Exactly. As I said, you've been doing a pretty adequate job for what you've been doing, but there's room for improvement. There's also been
a lot of food waste.
Yes, a lot. We've been going through things at a pace where we shouldn't be, considering the occupancy of the hotel.
So they said they've been going through and running through a lot of food waste considering the occupancy of the hotel. So Leland, I guess he was the cook, so he was just chefing up. Okay, say they had 10, 15 guests. He was in his kitchen cooking, whipping. Like, okay, I'm gonna make this up for 70 people. And I'm gonna take the rest home because I know they're not gonna eat it. Gosh almighty.
So,
what does that have to do with me?
Because you're cooking too much food.
Well, that's why.
And that's if you're not paying attention to the flow of how everything's going, then what ends up happening is you miss when people come in and then you put stuff out there, and then at the end of your service you end up with all this stuff that you have to throw away. In between myself, I have noticed that you've been throwing away and that you don't need a large amount of food. Okay, so that means that you're not putting out things when it's supposed to be out there, and then you're putting out things when everyone's already gone, and then it's pretty much already a waste of that. You need to learn to put things out there before it runs out.
It didn't run out though.
It was out.
No, it wasn't.
If you have 4 pieces of, please don't argue that. If you want to talk about this a little bit later on in private, then yeah, we can go ahead and do that. But right now, this is not the time or the place, okay?
I don't want to lose my job, and I just want to do better. So if you can teach me to do better, I would appreciate that.
I don't want a situation where breakfast is empty or looks bare at any point during service.
Reddit claims that he...
Oh boy, that's some scarce there. Boucher says love. Yeah, it's always love. Love. Trent says been trying. Yeah, you'll get it right, Trent. No problem. I remember this story. Yeah, play. It's still a story that's storying going on. King Panda says, oh my God, The Ayatollah is live streaming. Super. But we'll do we not gonna get into those politics, you know? Those Iranian politics over here, my brother. Working his wrists. Miss TT, top of the top, appreciate you. Shout out to Miss TT for joining. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the whole chat. We appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there is no us. You guys have joined the Ace Society. Welcome to Ace Aura Media. If we don't break the content, we just break the content down, you know? Let's get back to it, chat.
Initially posted this confrontation with his employer himself, but later deleted it when he didn't get the response he was hoping for. Apparently, he genuinely believes he's entitled to steal food from work simply because he's voluntarily homeless. And that logic makes absolutely no sense. If you're living in a tent to save money, you should at the very least have enough money to buy food, especially when you're allegedly saving so much on rent, right? What makes this even stranger is that he told his followers his employer was forcing him to throw perfectly good food into the trash.
But according to what I'm assuming the managers just said, he said that Leland was overcooking. Leland was overcooking, you guys. He was doing it purposely. Leland was overcooking, so that therefore he could do this. He could throw the food in the trash bag and go and hide the food and potentially take it to his home. Nah, Leland, that's not where it's at. And then initially to create the content that he wanted to create right here. What? Big shout out to the chat.
But that wasn't the case at all.
Free food? Nah, that wasn't free. That was stolen goods, allegedly. Boucher says, I sub, fam. Appreciate you, Boucher. Shout out to you. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. You are now part of the Ace Society. Appreciate you. One love.
As we heard in the audio, he was actually making extra food on purpose so he could bag it up and take it home. And all of this becomes even more painfully disgusting when you find out he has a 7-year-old son. Yet here he is choosing homelessness, refusing to work, and branding it as a lifestyle. He's also very proud to announce that he'll never work a 9-to-5 because it's not his thing. Instead, he claims to be the CEO of his own life, which, judging by the results so far, is not exactly a glowing resume.
I'm never getting a 9-to-5. Ever.
Lord. I understand if you was an entrepreneur, my brother, but Lord. Man, don't work. You don't eat. At all.
This 9-to-5 would slow down my entire process. It would make it where it's like, I have to go to work while I'm homeless, living in a tent. I gotta go use my energy to get to work. I don't have a car, so I have to ride my bike there or get an Uber, spend money, okay? And that's time, 8 hours a day. Time, that's 8 hours of your day gone. And you come back, you're tired, and you're homeless in a tent. That's a lot. You know how much money I'm making working at a job? Like, compared to content creation, TikTok and YouTube? Not me. I'm not doing that. I'm a CEO type of person. I'm a businessman.
That's all he's focused on. That's all he was focused on, making content. Nah, and he was too content. He was too content on making content, chat. He says he's a CEO. He wants to be a CEO.
I want to run my own world, run my own business, do my own thing.
Okay.
I call the shots, not someone else.
Amid all of this chaos, it seems like people are actually more concerned about Brianna, who's only 21 years old. From what's been shared, her parents appear to be financially...
What in the what the? What is she doing? She said, I'm gonna save this for later, make me a snacky snack. She got 15 servants of servants. Okay, Brianna.
Stable, and even offered to let her move back in after they got kicked out of the storage unit. The only catch, they understandably did not want Leland anywhere near their home, but Brianna appears to have left all common sense behind. Giving up a college education and a stable place to live with this guy is just insane.
Bring a man up to your level, but he'll always drag you down to his level.
That looks like Brianna chat. But that's not Brianna. I don't know who that lady is, but it could damn well be her sister. Twinsies.
Guaranteed 100% of the time. You're not gonna fix him, you're not gonna help him, you're not gonna save him. He's gonna drag you down. Girl, what are you doing? What do you mean you're gonna be living in a tent with a man? You could live in a tent by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Preach. Preach.
A provider? A protector? A bum?
There you go.
Not a bum. Come on, girl. This is the same thing with Pookie. You got a man, why are you in a motel? You've got a man, why are you in a tent? Tell them to go be men. What is the point of a man if he's not going to do anything?
The bumliest of all bummiest bums, chat. Of all bummiest bums. Golly. I'm not understanding. She said you could do bad all by yourself, and I do approve. I do approve.
Literally. What is the point of them? If they're not useful, move along.
It appears that before they were officially homeless, the couple had already been living with Leland's parents and then Brianna's parents. And surprise, Leland didn't get along with either set of parents. Apparently, following basic everyday rules is just not his thing.
Because I chose this. I fought for this. I fought against the rules that my
Oh, chat. He said, I chose this. I fought for this. So he was in dear determination of goddamn getting to the forest and being one with the trees and the woods and the bugs and the leaves. Nah, brother, I can't go there. 0%. I can't fade it. That's something. I chose this. I fought for this.
I fought against the rules of my girlfriend's parents. That's why I'm the out here. Don't feel bad for me. Be inspired because I'm a fighter. I fight for the life that I want. I fight for the things that I want out of life. Okay?
Well, you damn sure didn't fight for a job. Damn sure didn't fight for that food because you stole it, my brother. And you were staying with Bree's parents. He was staying with the girl's parents, and they have, which is known to be a great large estate. So he got it to where he was like, nah, I can't follow your rules, so I'm going to leave. And I'm taking your daughter with me. Let's get back to it, chat.
Don't let anybody get in my way and their perspective on me and how they feel about me. I don't let that sway nothing. You don't like how I move? Okay, I'll live outside in the tent, in the heat, in the cold, in the freezing cold, in the blazing heat. I'm a fighter. I will push through to get the life and get the things I want out of life because you only get one life. You only get one, and because I'm a
Photo.
Nah.
Hi.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what it looked like he was at. He was fighting to live in the jungle. That's what it looked like, chat. He was fighting to be in the jungle of all jungles. Nah, he was with Baloo, trying to find his way. I can't tell. Let's get back to it, chat.
Kind of behavior has led many people online to speculate that something is seriously off inside his brain, because there's simply no universe where a fully grown adult operates like this and thinks it's normal. At times, Leland also comes off as oddly controlling in ways that make absolutely no sense. Some people believe he may be manipulating Brianna into going along with these extreme decisions, especially since he has a habit of presenting his foolish ideas as if they're groundbreaking life philosophies. It's also worth mentioning that they're in an open relationship. Around the same time Brianna got involved with Leland, she also started doing OnlyFans. They likely do OF together, and Leland often brags about how Brianna goes off to meet other men and claims it doesn't bother him at all.
She's out with another guy right now.
It's bothering them, chat. It's bothering them. Damn sure bothering them. Look at him. He's sad. He's lonely. He doesn't know what to do. His beard is stressed out. His hair is falling out. He's lonely, chat. He's lonely.
We're in an autonomous, open relationship, and I've never been happier. I truly love her. I'm happy that she's learning herself and having her experiences at 23. That's my baby. She is so wise beyond
He
her
be trying to
years.
justify his bullshit.
She is
yes, indeed.
so beautiful. And she is so sweet and loving and caring and like
He's
she's so
gaslighting.
understanding and open-minded. This whole open relationship thing, autonomous relationship, has taught me how to love myself better. Like, you know, let go of attachment, fear of abandonment. Like
Fear of abandonment. That's his problem. He don't want to let her go, chat. That's the whole thing about it. He got the Reese's over there. He's sitting down, well, he's laying down in the bed, looking to the sky on the phone. He's living his best life. I don't have to get up. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to clean up. I don't have to do anything. So he's content with being content. That's crazy.
exclusivity, all you got is yourself. That's all you need is yourself. If Brianna left me, I shouldn't feel empty.
When you factor in the age difference
Look
between
at her.
them.
Look at
this
her. And this is what I meant right here, chat. Look at her. That's not even a 4x4. We just gonna say the elongated piece of wood. That's not even a 4x4. But she got the bags. Tribe style, walking through the woods. She's carrying everything. And you know the thing that he's carrying? What is he carrying, chat? What he got in his hand? The motherfucking phone. 0%. Let's get back to it. Moni, shout out to Moni in the building. Top of the top, Miss Moni. Appreciate you for sliding through. The ASATs in the building. All in a day's work. You know, we here cooling, vibing, getting to it, you know. Something slight work while we can get the work done. Appreciate you.
setup starts to feel a little suspicious. We don't know exactly what's going on between the two or what kind of dynamic they truly have.
Now she's slipping
but from
fall.
outside looking in, the entire situation just feels deeply unsettling. Now, after they got evicted from their storage unit, a lot of things started happening very quickly. For starters, they went straight back to living in tents. This time, however, their videos had already gone viral, which meant an unusually large number of people were closely watching and monitoring their activities online. This sudden attention convinced Leland that he definitely had a bright future in content creation. As a result, he decided he no longer needed to look for a job and would instead remain homeless until he became a big enough creator to afford a place to stay.
I'm so tired. I don't want to work at a job. Jobs suck. Jobs are boring. Oh my God, I can't do it anymore. Keyword, anymore.
Appreciate you, Moni.
More. I did it before. I had a job before, but you guys don't know my story.
Oh, he's tweaking. He tweaking out, chat. He's definitely tweaking out. I don't know on what, but he's definitely tweaking out. On everything I love, he tweaking. On God. Nah, buddy. Can see you. We see you. Just know we see you, my guy. You think nobody sees you, but we see you, my guy.
Oh my God.
Initially, his plan was to stay homeless until he had saved enough money to buy an RV.
So me and my girl live in the woods. That's my baby over there. So many people keep saying, oh, get out the woods. My family keeps telling me you can't be out there. You need to find an apartment. The housing market right now, and then the inflation is crazy right now. To move out of a tent where I'm paying no rent into an apartment where I'm saving maybe $200 a month, it's not practical. It's not financially intelligent. We know how
200 smackaroos, chat. 200. That's what's keeping him from, I guess, following his dreams of ever living comfortably. 200 smackaroos. I'm not understanding. Would y'all let 200 smackaroos stop y'all from living comfortably inside a nice confined home? Nah, not I. Wouldn't be able to do it, chat. I like being warm when I want to be warm, cold when I want to be cold, you know? Fuck that. I control the temperature. Chat.
Don't move out here. We've been living out here for a year and a half now. Make money, stack up that money, live in a tent, pay no rent, stacking up cheddar to live better later. We want to get an RV too. We don't want to get an apartment because an apartment, you're giving your money away to the company. Like an RV, you're investing into an asset. People be assuming, oh, you're homeless, that's so sad, and you're living in the woods. The decisions that we are making are...
In this video, he claimed that he was saving around $200 a month for about a year and a half.
Yeah,
so
man.
naturally, you would assume that by 2025 at the latest, he'd have enough money for an RV, right? Well, here we are. He still doesn't have an RV and he's still homeless. So it really doesn't seem like any of his so-called genius...
That spider would have took me out. Nah, buddy. Nah, 200 smackaroos. But he still wouldn't have had enough to save up, because that's not a lot at all.
plans ever work out. He's almost certainly exaggerating or outright lying about how much money he's saving to make himself sound financially intelligent, which he
Good to
very
have your
clearly
back,
is
Boost.
not.
Good to have your
Instead,
back.
he appears to be intentionally avoiding getting an apartment or even a motel room, because staying homeless allows him to be lazy and continue racking up views online.
Little do people know, yes, it dang sure does cost to live in an RV. It dang sure does. You have to pay your lot fees. You have to pay maintenance. I don't know what else entails or goes into the RV, but it's gas. You have to pay. Anything breaks down, you have to pay. It's mandatory. But hey, he thinks he's pulling one over the world.
Because if he were actually that intelligent, he wouldn't be living in the woods with his girlfriend in minus 11-degree weather. Come on.
Woo! All this snow.
Yeah, hookups. Gotta pay for your hookups. Okay. But yeah, some places that the hookups may come, the hookups may come with it. I'm not sure. Rental space, water, electricity. Yes, indeed, Cherie. Yes, indeed. You have to pay. But he wants the RV, and he's been saving up 200 smackaroos per month, So let's count that up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. $2,400 per year. Nah.
All this snow.
It's about to cave in. Tent about to cave in, chat. Nah, she wasn't happy about that, chat. She was not happy about that at all. Look at her face.
At this point in their timeline, they set...
Look at her face, chat. That smile is the cry for help, chat. That's a cry for help. She's not enthused at all, chat.
At this point in their timeline, they suddenly started acting a little more humble. They launched a GoFundMe and began asking people to donate money so they could get temporary housing, mainly because it was snowing outside. And here's the strangest part. People who hadn't fully caught on to their scamming behavior actually donated money to them. Not long after, a genuinely kind woman who regularly...
He said he's excited to be homeless again. Bossman says, dang, no human should be living like this in 2026. Bless you, keep your head up. Yeah, man. Always, regardless of what, I never I'm not judgmental towards anyone or any situation, because anything can happen to anybody at any time. You can be up, you can be down, whatever the case may be. And I'm not going to say, but I'm just going to say he is choosing to live like this. I'm still not judging him. I'm just stating the facts at hand. That's all. He's choosing to live like this.
Helps arrange temporary housing for homeless people, reached out to these two grifters and offered to pay for their hotel stay until the cold weather settled down. Not only did they get to enjoy a free hotel stay without paying a single dime, but they were also given an extension on their stay after their tents were destroyed by the snow. This same woman even offered to replace their tents after they posted a video showing the damage.
Oh my gosh. Our tent is messed up. It is compromised right now. What?
It's broken, babe. I don't know if you know this.
This is broken.
He got her on the antics as well, chat. She said, "It's broken, babe. I don't know if you've noticed." Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. So sad.
Oh my gosh. We should have came back here. We was at the hotel so long, man. It's been so...
He put on that high-pitched voice for no reason, chat. He wants to be believed. But the thing about that is what? We know for a 1,000% fact that what?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
All the way, chat. All the way. Let's get back to it.
Oh, we didn't come back to our tent, and now our tent caved in with all the snow. Our stuff is literally trapped in our tent. This snow is so heavy right now.
Yes, try not to step on our stuff, babe. You're stepping on our stuff.
Oh, okay. He grabbed that broom. That's a rare sight to see for him. Very rare sight to see.
We're going to have to get another tent for sure.
There we go. That's what we usually see. This is what we usually see right here, chat. So he grabbed that broom, swept for 2 seconds. You know how that go. And then whose job was it? It became Bree's job.
We've been at the hotel so long. I could be mad about the situation right now, but you know what, man? We're going to flip this stuff, man, because we on live right now. We on TikTok. We getting all this attention and stuff, so we going to just...
We getting all this attention and stuff. That's all he wanted, chat. That's all the young man wanted. With a young old man, that's all he wanted. Some attention. Gosh almighty. We're going to stay in the woods, babe. We're going to get this attention, and I'm going to feel good about this attention while we freezing our hind pots off. No, sir.
Make this shit happen where we don't got to live here no more.
It says, our tent is destroyed. The snow destroyed it. Don't worry, we will replace it. Thank you. You will be staying at Holiday Inn for a while, maybe the rest of winter. Whoa, so somebody reached out, replaced their tent, and also housed them inside of the Holiday Inn for the rest of the freaking winter. They say they're grifting, chat. I don't know.
Many people believe that Leland intentionally left some of his belongings inside the tent before leaving for the hotel, specifically so he could later film the destruction and use it to gain sympathy and attention online. But soon after he posted this video and got an extension on his hotel stay, the woman paying for all of this discovered that they had already an active GoFundMe and were continuing to receive donations under the excuse of needing temporary housing. At that point, she understandably decided she no longer wanted to support them financially. What's truly wild is that instead of feeling even a little bit of shame for scamming someone who helped them during the dead of winter, their entitled selves actually turned against the very woman who had arranged housing for them in the first place.
She kicked us out of the hotel. She kicked us out of the hotel because we have too much money on GoFundMe. Too much money. Even though we didn't reach our goal, like she's...
Even though we didn't reach our goal, we have too much money. But she paid for the tent. She paid for your room to stay for the rest of the winter. And she felt like she was being scammed. Someone blessed them. Yeah, she did, but she took her blessing back. Boucher says, what is grifting? Grifting is exactly what they're doing. They're on the internet just scamming people. It's like having your cup out on the street. It's like having your cup out on the street, but on the internet. But they're just scamming people because this is by choice. See, I understand when a person goes through things, a little thing called life. But if they're choosing this, they're choosing to be homeless. They are choosing this. This is by choice, not by force at all, by a long shot. The girl Bree, her parents are very well off. They have a big giant house. They were staying there previously, but due to Leland's actions of him not wanting to follow the rules, then they got mushed out of the house, and she then followed Leland to be outside amongst the the weather and the bugs.
Helping us, like, okay, it's so crazy, yo. We wanna inspire y'all, man. Like, this stuff is not. Yes, I don't want to work. Someone said I don't want to work.
No, we do want to work. We want to work for ourselves.
I want to work. I don't want to work at a job, specifically a traditional job.
We are going to work for ourselves.
We want to work for ourselves. Yes, self-made.
Yes, digital panhandler at its best. I don't know. Umar would say.
That's not true. But you know what I mean? Like, this lady, man, yeah. That's really what I'm here to talk about, man. Is how, like, she was here to help us, and then switched on us, man. Like, she just switched on us, man. Like, and she think, like, yeah, like, she just wants us to go backwards. She wants to use that money. When that money is used specifically, it's earmarked for specifically.
Nah, Retro World, her black boyfriend did not get her kicked out. She got herself kicked out because of the fact that she had the choice to stay. She had the choice to stay, Retro. And whether he was black, white, Asian, whatever the case may be, that wouldn't matter. Her thoughts and her actions matter upon after the fact, because he was being kicked out. So she left because she wanted to leave.
And I just think it's wild that she is actually accusing us of trying to steal her GoFundMe money.
I mean, there was an older guy yelling at us at our tent, telling us to work, get a job. A lot of people in America think that you need to work hard to get ahead. Like, if you're not working hard, you're not doing it right. And if you're not working hard and busting your ass and sweating and all that, like, whatever, like, if you're not working, like, hard, it's not enough. Like, and that's just, like, backwards thinking. Like, we're all about efficiency, move smarter. So what's the term? Work
smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder. Put in, like, the whole thing is, like, we trying to put in as little bit amount of work as possible to get a large return. That's smart. That's intelligent.
There is genuinely no way this man is sober while saying half of the nonsense that comes out of his mouth.
Just gibberish. A whole lot of gibberish. Zero at all.
If you were smarter, you wouldn't be homeless to begin with. So maybe stop preaching. And the way Brianna nods along to every unhinged thing he says just makes the entire situation even more ridiculous to watch.
Cringe.
After the woman refused to continue paying for their hotel stay, they immediately took to the internet to cry and moan about how hard their lives were and how they were supposedly the real victims in all of this. But here's the thing. According to comments on Reddit, Leland himself had claimed during live streams that he already had over $3,000 from GoFundMe donations and more than $6,000 from his TikTok earnings at that point. So the obvious question is, why weren't they helping themselves and paying for the hotel on their own? Simple. Because they wanted to keep grifting and using homelessness as a tool to rake in more views and sympathy online. Later on, Leland tried to clear things up in one of his apology posts, where he said, "I am sorry you guys think I am scamming. I get it now. It is because I've been putting up donations in my bio and not using the money to get out at that moment. I am saving the money to get what I really want." So let's get this straight. While this dude saves money for whatever he wants, someone else is supposed to cover his expenses and bail him out in the meantime? What absolute nonsense. At this point, many people no longer even believed that they were genuinely homeless. Around this time, they were aggressively posting homeless content, living in U-Hauls and similar setups, and milking the aesthetic for everything it was worth.
Shout out to the chat. Appreciate everybody for being here. Always. Boucher says, oh, okay, he's able-bodied, very much able-bodied. Indeed. Alpha Dog says, I always knew they were scammers. See, I didn't know they were scammers on the very first live that I saw of theirs, but growing and watching more and more content of theirs, then I got the picture. I figured it out all the way around the board. Let's hope they don't bring a child into this world. Oh, my stars. The child would not be able to stay with them at all. CPS would take that child away from them because of the fact that they are both homeless. They are both staying in the woods. Not one parent is able. So the child would go into, unfortunately, have to go into child protective services. CPS would have to come get that child. This generation, yeah, could have lived in a van. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but they dang sure didn't.
They constantly preached that homelessness was actually smart.
Homeless and smart. We too smart for that shit. Job, man. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all getting me crazy. Y'all driving me crazy with that J.O.B. stuff. You know, my family hit me up and said, I'm a punk. I need to get a job, man.
And they were absolutely correct. They were absolutely right, my brother. It's not even just about, okay, you having a job and being a part of society. Just, you have to have some sort of income. That's all. Some sort of income coming in so that therefore you can provide for the necessities of life. That's all. But you just want to, like they say, digital panhandle and think that everything's supposed to be yours. Everything's supposed to be given. And that's not the way life works. I'm sorry, my friend, but that's not the way life works.
Fuck all that.
And that having a job was pointless.
Job, dog. Talking about a job. I'm not getting no job.
Their portrayal of homeless life didn't align with reality at all. For instance, that's how they think about homeless people in general.
So, we're humble here. We're not egotistical. We're just saying this is the truth. Like, most homeless people just don't take care of themselves. They don't know how to move with. They just they
obviously they don't know how to move with money.
Yeah, money. They be dirty. I mean, we talked about our homeless people.
What?
Man, they dead. So people are putting us in that.
He's sitting here, chat, giving us a very vivid, descriptive vision of himself, chat. It's him that he's speaking of, chat. Everything that he's not agreeing to, it is him. He is self-reflecting by deflecting, and it's bouncing right back to him. It's the deflecting is radiating back towards him, because he knows. That's how. Oh man, this is wild, crazy work. Retro says wanting money and not wanting to work is insane, diabolical work. Shout out to Tane. Appreciate you for being here. So that tells me, Cherie Davis says, so that tells me he has burnt his bridges with his family. Yeah, unfortunately, his dad has came in on a couple of his lives and made comments, as far as you need to leave Bree, let Bree go. She doesn't deserve, you don't deserve Bree. You need to go and find a job, get yourself together, get off the D-rugs. And this is coming from his father commenting on his page, on his YouTube page. I don't follow them on any other thing, but that was from his YouTube page. Retro says his parents must have turned their backs on him. His sense of entitlement bleeds through the screen. Yes. Entitlement to the point that he feels that everything should be given to him. Everything. Do she talk? Like I says, do she talk? Sometimes, at times, but he's the mastermind. He's the narcissistic, controlling boyfriend of everything. So he has to have control of everything, Ply. Every single detail, the phone, the lives, what's being ordered, what's being taking place, where they go, who she speaks to, everything. He wants to take control of everything.
Another thing.
Around the same period, Leland's delusional rants about how savvy homelessness was, and how it was apparently some kind of flex, landed him in a Philadelphia news article. Not only that, but they were also gaining steady attention on TikTok as this chaotic, wild, and nonsensical couple who genuinely believed being homeless was inspirational content. In reality, both Leland and Brianna were actively refusing stable housing. They briefly stayed at Leland's parents' house again, but left shortly after, because apparently living in tents suited them better than living indoors under basic household rules. What's especially troubling is that Leland repeatedly claimed on live streams that he would never get a job, or even consider one, because he was allegedly earning thousands of dollars on TikTok.
Income. We get a lot of money. We get more money than most people that are working at a job. Why would I get a job when I'm homeless and bust my ass? Why would I get a job if even if I...
Part of life, brother. It's a part of life. But you're not doing anything constructive at all. Not doing anything constructive. Retro Word says her self-esteem is too low to leave him. She can't tell she's being misled. She just wants a male in her life. Indeed, very much so. The self-esteem is at an all-time low, dropped down to nothing, barely nothing. She just wants someone there to say, hey, bae, hey, I'm right here with you, bae. And it's because she doesn't know her worth. That's all. She doesn't know her worth. She doesn't know that she's the bread, butter, and the crock pot. You know what I mean? She's the one doing every single thing. She's doing every single thing, but she doesn't realize or know her own worth. So that's where it ends at for her at all. Who are these people giving them money? The naysayers. The naysayers. You wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe.
I wasn't homeless. Why would I get a job if I'm making money on social media? Thousands and thousands on social media. Why would I get a job? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's so stupid. Why would I do that? That's so dumb. Why do you guys want me?
And this is where people really started to take issue. If he was making that much money, why was he still on the streets? And why hadn't he bought the RV he promised months earlier? Many people also began suspecting that most of his income wasn't actually coming from TikTok at all, but from selling explicit content through OnlyFans.
And that's chat. And that was the ticker right there. OnlyFans. That's where the majority of the funding was coming from. And you know who's doing the OnlyFans? Bree. Retro says she'd be a good woman for someone who meant her what. That's all that would matter. Someone that would mean the world to her and who loved her like she should be. They would take over the world, Retro. Take over the goddamn world. But she doesn't know her. She doesn't know her worth, though, right? At all. And that's the sad thing about it. That's the very sad thing about it. And she's providing for everything. Every single nook and cranny.
And this brings us directly to Brianna and her state of mind. In many of the live streams they appeared in together later on, it became disturbingly obvious, based on Brianna's pupils and overall behavior, that she appeared to be under the influence of some kind of substance.
She shouldn't be out in the woods anyway, because women can't handle shit.
What?
So I've accepted the fact that...
What? I don't know, chat. Shout out to all the strong women out there, because I know a lot of them. A lot of them, chat. Shout out to all the strong women out there.
Brianna is the reason why I'm even, like, so popular anyway. I've accepted that.
I'm popular anyway.
And it's cool. It's cool. It's
what?
Fine. I love Brianna. I'm using Brianna. I use Brianna. We all use people. We use people for transactions.
And he's telling her this to her face, chat. He's telling her this to her face. I use Brianna. Good gracious. Gosh almighty. Boucher, shout out to you. Appreciate you. Just sad when they getting more fetish money than sympathy donations. Yeah, buddy. You know something, Retro. You know something.
Don't you buy a product and they give you money, y'all using each other. If y'all using each other for if a mutual relationship is fine.
But that's
if
not
it's a
how
mutual relationship is fine.
Meant that.
Use people. It's okay. We all use people. Using people has a negative connotation, but we all use everybody. It's okay.
It's nothing.
So you can clearly see how exhausted and lost Brianna looks here. Another deeply troubling thing people have noticed in their content is the way Leland consistently positions Brianna in his videos. Listen to this creator breaking down Leland's behavior toward Brianna and how he frames her on camera.
Well, this little logo right here. Yeah.
Oh, that's pineapples. Okay, pineapples. Shout out to P, my guy.
That. She started one of those. And I assume they're making good money because the way he advertises her, I'm saying advertise. I have to say advertise because I noticed something when I was watching their videos for research for this. I noticed that he will almost frame her. I don't know how to, I'm trying to think of it to not sound like a film dickhead, but he would stand next to her. Like he would stand next to her, whatever. He would stand next, that would go like this, you know. Back to my theory earlier about her, like about him just flat out pimping out her image. She has the skin tight flared pants on with her chest fully out, no bra, hair done wonderfully. She looks beautiful. I'm not saying she's ugly in the slightest bit, but bro is not like walking back and forth and she just so happens to be there. He is speaking with his arms, not obstructing her image, showing her off. If any,
this is not
very
an
much so
isolated incident. Brianna has appeared in his videos in this exact same way multiple times. Leland even admitted during one of his live streams that the only reason his videos get views is because of Brianna. Because who would want to watch just Leland? Last year, their TikTok account was actually banned after a live stream in which Leland was showing Brianna's naked backside while she was asleep. People noticed it immediately and began reporting the stream.
Oh, boy. So is this man pimping her out? I would say allegedly pimping her out. He got banned off of off of TikTok because he showed her backside and her feet while she was sleeping, no chat. This young lady was asleep and he showed her rear naked end and her feet while she was asleep. Nah.
Which resulted in a permanent ban. What's wild is that instead of showing even a hint of remorse for what he had done, Leland completely flipped the narrative and started playing the victim. He claimed that he was just playing with Brianna's feet, which is very clearly not true. There are countless people online who saw that live stream and later confirmed that he was intentionally showing Brianna's body while she was asleep. That is a massive violation of someone's privacy, and it's outright disturbing. No one truly knows why Brianna continues to stay with him, but it's painfully obvious that he is consistently filling her head with nonsense like, you don't need to work, jobs are useless, and you can easily make money by filming content and selling your body online.
Clear brainwash.
Manipulative and controlling.
Very manipulative.
Someone who clearly needs serious intervention and should have been deplatformed a long time ago. But if there's one thing we've learned from covering lolcows and unhinged TikTok personalities, it's that no matter how many bans they receive, they always find a way to resurface. Always find a way to resurface. So they got banned plenty of times, a plethora of times. But hey, you know what? I can create a new email and then make a new name, new platform name, and then he's back to the masses, you know? That is wow. So sad she never smiled. Very sad. Very sad. It's just sad watching this. Like you feel the awe for Bree, you know what I mean? You feel the awe for Bree. All back. And that's exactly what happened here. After getting banned on TikTok, Leland simply shifted to YouTube. He even claimed in one of his YouTube videos that he lost over $7,000 because of the ban.
So we cannot make an account right now. We're gonna wait it out because we don't want to make an account right now because TikTok has their eyes on us. So we're gonna wait it out and wait to see if like later on we'll make another account using a different IP address, and I'll have a new phone. I'm gonna get a new phone. So we can circumvent the device ban and the IP ban.
I always tell you, stop telling your business, just do. He's always at fault for them losing.
There is no long-term living for RVs in our area. there's a few places that do that, but they are totally booked out. They have long wait lists. Like, it doesn't seem like we're going to get there anytime soon. So we're kind of just thinking about, you know, waiting it out, maybe staying in the tent for another year and a half, and then
What? Waiting it out? A year and a half? That's extended. I wouldn't be able to do it.
just being able to, because after 2 years, I don't know why I did 4. After 2 years on
Oh, so she went from 1.5 years to 2 years.
making money on social media and stuff like that, you can technically like claim it as like a business, and then you can get loans. We can think about maybe getting a mortgage on a house or land, you know, a land loan, something like that.
Y'all not uncomfortable enough for me. Because ain't no freaking way I'll be sitting up there talking about, oh, we may have to stay in this tent for 2 more years.
2 years, yeah.
If we get a motor
at all.
we could technically like travel around and stuff like that, but that would be very difficult. We have to stay close to his son, and it's just
Oh, so she feels obligated, chat. Okay, so Leland, I forgot Leland does have a child. Leland does have a child there. So, okay, so she feels obligated, but she must stay close to the son as well. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody in the room. If you can, double tap that screen for me one time. One time, if you can.
options that we were looking into are feeling.
Ma'am, you got all the options in the world. You got.
If we're being honest, the entire time this guy claimed he was saving for an RV, he had absolutely zero intention of ever getting one. Because here Brianna herself admits that they were unable to find space for an RV. So who exactly was he fooling all this time? And the dumb excuse that he can't move somewhere more RV friendly because of his son is complete nonsense. If he actually cared that much about his child, he would be working a stable job and living in stable housing so he could properly...
Strong back. Big strong back. Retro Word says RV parks ain't cheap and usually gotta rent your space monthly. They don't have stable enough income for that. Yeah. I mean, probably at that very time, but when I was following along with them, they were receiving I think like $9,000 a month and greater just from YouTube and TikTok. Not counting the OnlyFans, but from the YouTube and the TikTok, they were receiving about $9,000 to $10,000 a month. PlayStation says scammers. You got that right. Gotcha.
Provide for him and have his son visit. This TikTok ban is just another example of how Leland constantly manages to mess things up for both of them. After the ban, he even went as far as revealing their tent location online, which resulted in the cops showing up and forcing them to remove the tent.
This is the shopping mall that we live in front of. And if you go all around, that's the fence to the tent. Look at that. See?
So he showed the exact location. That's wild.
Stability, whether it be money or their location to sleep.
That is crazy.
Ooh.
Super.
Looks like something's in it too.
He keeps doing these nonsensical, self-sabotaging things and then expects people to feel sympathy for him afterward. What's more concerning is that it's not even clear whether Brianna actually enjoys this outdoor lifestyle the way...
I don't think so. I don't think she enjoys it at all, chat. At all. 0%. I think she's there because she feels that she has to be there. And she has no other choice. But in all reality, her parents also have gotten on YouTube and said that, Bree, come on home, baby. We need you. We want you back home.
He claims to. Living outside in the woods and open fields comes with real issues. Harsh weather, insect safety concerns, and constant discomfort. This isn't some cute aesthetic, it's reality. And during the heat wave last year, it appeared that Brianna eventually left the tent altogether and went back to live with her parents, which honestly says more than any of his speeches ever could. But even after getting numerous reality checks, this was his general attitude.
Boys, we ain't paying rent. What, you living in an apartment, little nigga? You living in an apartment? You're tripping, yo. We living in a, yo, we outside with it, yo. We circumventing rent, yo. We not living in a, yo, you're tripping, yo. Don't get me started with an apartment.
You in an apartment? What? We outside with it, yo. Nah, buddy. 0%. Hell no. I can't fade it. How they bathe? Bathroom, cook, or prepare food. Bathing? I can't answer that one, Retro. I have no clue on the bathing aspects, but the restroom, from what I saw, they had a little porta potty that they set in the corner. And that was that. They had the little rolls of tissue stacked up, and cooking and preparing food. Hot plate. They use a standard hot plate.
You in an apartment paying $2,500 a month? What? You're tripping. What? We're not doing that. Yo, listen, this housing market is tripping. You're tripping. I'm not doing it, dog. We living outside with it. What is you talking about? Nigga, we're too, dog. We don't complain about nothing. We be surviving in the woods. It be cold and hot. What is you talking about? No AC or nothing. What is you talking about? We living outside with it. Outside with it, $2,500 a month? A month? Come on, man. Come on. We don't complain about shit. Y'all be bitches. Y'all got an apartment. Y'all got amenities. Y'all be bitches. What is you talking about? Step your game up. Step your mental game up. Stop complaining. Niggas out here ain't got shit. There's people in third world countries. Stop bitching. Stop playing with me. Listen, look. America going down. We ain't got no bread. People out here living, they struggling, dog. What did you stop bitching? Time to step your game up.
However, around October 2024, there was a major shift in their living arrangement. They uploaded a video to YouTube announcing that after 3 years of homelessness, they were finally moving into a motel or a hotel. The video itself is nearly half an hour long, but here are the main takeaways. Leland managed to secure this hotel room for around $2,000 a month. His newest master plan was to take whatever money he was earning from YouTube, his girlfriend's social media, and his girlfriend's services, you know what I mean?
That's what he calls it. That's what he always calls it. Yeah, you guys can reach out for Bree for her services. That's what he calls it, chat. Nah, buddy. Nah, 0%. What your word says, he think having no bills is a flex. Flexing on his goddamn self. Marina says he has sociopathic traits, using people until he can't use you anymore, gaslighting, have no remorse doing what he is doing, and have no empathy emotions for other than himself. She deserves better. Exactly, Marina. Exactly. Him being an imp, it's like no way, no how, no possible, because of the fact that he's not emotionally attached at all. I don't think he's emotionally attached to her. He's just doing it because he can, because she's allowing him to do so. Wish the better for her, you know, because being in a situation like that for a young lady, and she's way younger than him, being in a situation like that for a young lady is no bueno. Yeah, it's no good at all.
Into day trading.
Over in an apartment is so crazy. I never knew you could do this. Like, this joint is $2,000 a month. Okay, that's cheaper than most apartments that we've checked together, me and Brianna. You don't pay utilities. There's no security deposit. It's just credit card or debit. We found a way to circumvent paying rent at an apartment by getting this hotel. It's just easy. It's so simple. You just buy the hotel, and there's no credit. Yeah, they don't do credit checks. There's no background check. You're not locked in to stay in for a lease and all that.
Like, if we wanted to, the month is already paid for, so I could leave now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Chat, you see how she keeps saying I could leave if I wanted to. I already paid for the month. Because she's the one. She's the one, chat. She's the one. He's just the bum. She's the one.
This is amazing. We found a way. Now we're going to take this time and hustle every day, day trade every single day, so we can get a van, so we can pay even cheaper than $2K a month, and we can own something, have an asset. Sweetheart, you happy, baby? Yeah. We're going to leave November 12th, day trading, with all the money we made from TikTok and YouTube and her service. Day trading with that money. We're going to use that money to get a van. Buffalo Wild Wings. We're going to be practicing how to be professional.
That crunch sounded okay. Sounded real crispity, crunchity, crackety, you know? Day trading. This guy got on a Barbie shirt. This is wild style. Richard says she's the proprietor. He's Bobby Heen and she's Andre the Giant. Golly, indeed.
Day traders. We've already lost $700. We made $300. As of right now, we lost more than we made, but we're still learning. Eventually, we'll be like Warren Buffett and really flip this shit.
Buffett?
We're gonna be making bread. Because we ain't got no choice, because if we don't, you have to go back outside in the tent. I'm not doing it. The tent is a lie. We're done. It's a lie. That's my side. You gotta take L's to get W's. We're gonna lose money to win money. You got a month. 1 month. Can we make 30 grand in a month? Can we make 10 grand in a month? Can we make 10 grand in a month?
He wants to be a financial advisor, influencer so bad, chat. You have to take L's to make W's. Take L's to make W's.
Can we make double than what we spend in a month? Can we make double?
From the way he talks about it, it's painfully obvious that he doesn't actually know much about trading at all. In fact, he proudly admitted that he had already lost over $700, which means this hotel stay was yet another financial experiment, one that he casually dragged Brianna into without hesitation. Now, maybe people wouldn't have cared as much about his constant financial experiments if he were actually risking
He was in there
his own
making
money.
a song on this
But
one. I
this
saw
wasn't
this
the
one
case.
live.
During a late-night live stream, he admitted that he was making little to no money from YouTube and that it was Brianna's services that were paying for the hotel and funding his trading escapades.
We don't get paid a lot of money. If Brianna was to leave me right now, she would be way better off because I'm not getting enough money from YouTube. I'm not.
Okay, he's getting some clarification with himself. If Brianna was to leave him right now, he'll be going down under, chat. Down under. All the way. Sarah says, I hope he's not going off on her. Yes, ma'am, he does. He treats her like crud on the bottom of his shoe. Well, I would say he treats her worse than that. He I don't know what he treats her like, ma'am, but it's not a good sight. It's very sad to see, actually. Very sad to see. Retro says filming a mukbang low key. I know, right? What it had the whole shebang out there, huh, Retro? They was going crazy on the mukbang. She is making it work for him. She is pleasing him, staying busy. Yeah, indeed. Look like he rapping about crack withdrawals. What? Crack method. And that's what a little bit of the song was about. You have to go check it out. A little bit of the song was about. Oh man, because he did in his lyrics, he was talking about heavy drug issues in his lyrics. She keeps him calm, yeah, because he's gonna lose it. His personalities, all of them, he's gonna lose them all.
And then people are saying, oh, we're gonna go support her. And listen, look, I told Brianna if we break up, she can have Fullestness. But I'm not making any money from YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna say any money. I'm just not making a substantial amount of money from YouTube. YouTube's not paying me like that. I'm figuring out how to get more money from YouTube, but I get most of my money from her service. My girlfriend's service is like what really pays for this hotel. Sometimes TikTok does. YouTube never does. YouTube doesn't get us any money. Like, it doesn't.
A lot of people believe the reason he was so open.
Yeah, chat. Big Bree in the house. Big Bree's wearing the pants, chat. Those some big pants to feel, but she's wearing them. She got it down pat. Leland couldn't do the job.
Revealing these details online was that he appeared to be under the influence of something. His rambling, oversharing, and complete lack of awareness made it hard to believe he was sober during those streams.
Yeah, he looks
Face
possessed.
Up, like he's in a coffin. I've only done that on shrooms. And this is someone who's taken more mushrooms than I think most of my homies will ever see in their lives. I used to overdo it when it came to substances, okay? Flat out. Bro was tripping dick on some on some good shrooms.
People that's not motivated to do shit. So you gotta get disciplined to be motivated. You can't be motivated to be motivated. You can't be. How you gonna be motivated to be motivated? That don't even make sense. I'm motivated to get motivated. You can't get motivated to get motivated if you're not motivated. So you gotta be disciplined.
Can't be motivated to get motivated, so you need to be motivated, but it can't be motivated. What? Yeah, definitely needs to get a real job. I don't know where he was at. Retro says perks, perk 30s. And 30s was whipping his ass.
So you got damn it.
He was very fluent. He kept, every time he stood up, he kept rocking back and forth, pacing. He kept taking his shirt on and off. I'm like, bro, I know what that is. I know what that is. And at the end of this live, bro shows a bag on the counter because he turns the phone too hard. Bro shows a bag on the counter that looked like it had some dark caps in it.
Around the same time, cracks in their relationship also became more visible. There were multiple live streams where viewers noticed how uncomfortable and reluctant Brianna seemed about the open relationship arrangement, while Leland continued pushing the idea and acting like it was no big deal.
Yeah. That's your boundaries.
Yeah.
Tell me all your boundaries.
That's it.
That's your only boundary?
Yeah, where the going says you have it or you don't. Where the going also comment says he doesn't, obviously not. Doesn't have anything going for himself, any futuristic goals of anything but wanting to be homeless.
And then what we talked about earlier.
Sure.
No STIs, no babies. And also...
Also what?
Nothing.
Not being transparent?
Things between the two of them actually escalated when he went behind Brianna's back and slept with his son's mother, which ultimately led to the two of them breaking up. Of course, that wasn't the end of the story. They eventually patched things up and went right back to posting content, hoping to regain the level of views they once.
Back at it again. Okay, so he left, cheated on her with his child's mother, and then she took him right back. But earlier in this video, they also said that Bree had left him prior to and moved back in with her parents, chat. Moved back in with her parents and then left the house that she was basically raised in and went back to Leland.
Had, but their viewership noticeably dropped during this period, which likely made Leland realize that day trading wasn't exactly working out, and that maybe tent life was more on brand for him after all. So barely a few months into their motel stay, he uploaded yet another YouTube video. This time he announced that they were being evicted from the hotel room. And just look at his face in that video. He looks
rosy
genuinely
cheeks,
happy, almost excited, like the thought of being homeless again in the dead of winter brought him immense joy.
Living outside. I love being homeless. And you know what's crazy? It's not homeless anymore because that's my home. I'll live outside. I don't give a fuck. This economy is crazy. America is expecting us to, oh, you gotta go do all this shit, be a man, and get.
Yes, buddy. Yes, you're expected to be a man, buddy. You got two rebels that hang, don't you? Be a man, buddy. That's all. Shout out to Love from Detroit. Appreciate y'all for stopping through. Big shout out to y'all, chat. One time for the one time. Let me give y'all a big hoorah. If you haven't already, double tap that screen for us, chat. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Ace. Remember, where we don't break the content, we just break the content on down, you know? And we do this as a team, as a family. Y'all do it with me, with us. It's not a me thing. It's a we thing. Appreciate y'all.
Money for what? To live? I don't care about, I'm alive, I'm surviving. That's all that matters. I'm surviving, I'm eating, I'm around my family, I love myself, I love my baby, I love both my babies. Why does it matter? I
He got 2 kids.
Shit. I don't need no Xbox. I don't need this shit.
Yes, you do.
This shit.
She brought it for you.
I don't need that shit. I don't need no walls and shit, roof and shit. I'm cool outside. Niggas didn't have homes back then. We didn't have shit back then. So what do I need this for? I don't need no chair to sit down so my nice booty can be comfortable on the chair.
What?
You think I need that shit? No, I don't. I want it, but I don't need shit. I'm good. I don't care.
Let's pause for a second and remember that this is an almost 30...
Times change, my brother. Times change. Not caveman status. No Neanderthals, my brother. This isn't those times. I apologize to let you know. But hey, it's time for you to grow up, buddy.
Year-old man with a child jumping at the idea of living in a tent instead of worrying about stability, income, or responsibility. This man's wild. What makes it even crazier is that he later revealed in another YouTube video that they had been given a 10-day eviction notice. He also admitted that they somehow owed the hotel more than $6,000.
$1,000. And every time he stayed...
Oh, Retro says during the heat wave, she left his ass. Gosh almighty.
Another $80. So they keep stacking it up. So by the time we out of here, we might be at 10 grand. They're suing us for $6,000, right?
Just about, yeah. We currently owe $4,000, something like that. But the full stay, the full amount that we've already signed our contract for is a little under $6,000.
Packing up all our stuff here so we can move out of the hotel and be homeless. Look, tent. So we're gonna be living in a tent.
We honestly don't know how their situation managed to get this bad, because right before moving into the hotel, they were claiming they were financially set. According to them, they were earning well from social media and from Brianna's services. And let's not forget, the entire reason they were living in a tent in the...
That mukbang came back. They hit us back with the mukbang. Okay. Rewind. Where the going says he belongs to the streets. Yeah, he is a part of the streets. He's one with the streets. Doesn't just belong to him. He's one with the streets, my brother. She's traumatized. Yeah, very much so. I get that. Retro also says that's why they built shelter, because being outside blows. Yes. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. And the other part of that, it blows literally, because they feeling every wind that passes by.
The first place was supposedly to save on rent. So where did all that money go? This guy even went as far as claiming that they somehow managed to burn through $80,000 in a single year.
Another part of it is investments. I did invest into day trading, which is another learning thing that I've learned. Like I lost 11 grand. We made 80K. So we lost 11 grand from investments. So that still leaves us 79 grand. Is that good math? Nope. Yeah, $79,000. Like, but it really was just us being irresponsible. That was most of the money. We didn't blow all of it until we were able to get a hotel. Like we had a couple of dollars still left over.
You stupid. Even after allegedly blowing through massive amounts of money in a single year and not paying rent at the hotel,
Buku cash. A plethora of cash, chat. He just... I'm not just gonna say they. But he's he's the ringleader of the situation. But golly, man. I'm not understanding.
He still had the audacity to demand services from them. Despite owing nearly $7,000, he genuinely believed they were still obligated to wash his dirty towels.
We got evicted and
yeah, I
we
saw
owe
this one,
$7
chat.
grand, and so they're denying us services. I brought my dirty towels to the front desk, and this person goes into the dirty
And
bag, pulls it out, and says, "What is this?" You.
Oh man, what did you have on the towel, Leland? You had boo boo on the towel. You had oil stains on the towel. Gosh almighty, you had that oil premix, huh? You had that oil premix up there, huh, buddy?
You should have thrown this in the trash.
My whole thing is, why are you talking to me like that? So, and my second thing is, we've been bringing them same type of towels here this whole time we've been here paying money. The person's issue, and they said it themselves, is that
You're
we
not
owe
paying.
$7,000.
You're not paying.
They don't have to do
We don't know what kind of substances he was allegedly using while staying at that hotel, but whatever it was, it clearly stripped away whatever tiny shred of intelligence he had left. After posting that final hotel video, he started doing a literal countdown to the day they would be homeless again.
We're gonna be homeless in 4 days. We really don't have that much time, so we have to get this stuff set up. I'm not gonna lie, we've been lollygagging a little bit because it's a lot of work, taking a break. But today, me and Brianna are getting this done today. We not playing. She got some packages today where we've been told that we can't get any more packages delivered here because we got evicted. So we gotta hurry up and get out of here. They told us at first that if we got packages in here, well, they'll send them back in 24 hours. Now they're telling us, well, if we get packages in here, they're gonna send them back immediately. So they're giving us a grace period, but Brianna gotta get these packages sent in because they're saying, yeah, we got evicted and they want us out of here. So we gotta get moving. We also have to finish setting up the tent too. It's still not complete, okay? So there's a...
And I saw this one also, chat. This one they was supposedly doing the tent inside of the tent. This is when I started, I guess, paying attention to what was really going on behind the closed doors. Where they're going to say she has bad credit because of him. Yes, indeed. All the way. Getting high is where the money went. Oh boy, Retro, you know something. You know something. Where they going says robbed her. Oh man. With no gun at all. Retro World also says, it's sad he's the brains behind all of this. Laugh out loud. She not even smart enough to see that she's the fuel for the whole machine. Exactly right. No need to have a Bentley with no engine, you know? No need to have a Bentley with no engine.
A lot of work that me and Brianna have to do. Okay, so, and we get tired and stuff, so we're still trying to set up the tent where it's warm when we go in there, and, you know, we got to put tarps on the top and the bottom. There's a lot of work that we have to do. We're going to be homeless in 3 days now, so we're setting up the tent at our new homeless spot, and we're still
Look at her.
finishing up packing.
She putting together
My
everything.
girlfriend just has to finish the bathroom, and then that's
She's
the
doing
last thing
everything,
right there.
chat.
That's the last.
Bree is doing everything, as she always does. As she always does. All he wants to do is hold the camera, get some good angles, and that's about it. And stay on that game. Stay on that Xbox, you know? And gaslight little Bree and make her feel comfortable.
Last room, the bathroom.
That's the last room, but we still have some like little
Excuse me,
tedious
chat.
stuff to do. When we're ready to actually leave, either the day, a couple days before, whatever, we'll unload the fridge and get that all organized and cleaned.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I need to go through my nail stuff and decide what's coming with me and what's going to storage.
Yes. So these are the things that we have to do, and the goal is to try to get all the stuff in storage in one trip.
That was the goal when we weren't using Slump. Or when we weren't asking Slump for help.
Okay.
When we were gonna get the U-Haul. But since he is, you know, since he may be available, we might have to do like maybe 2 trips, 3 trips, something like.
Where the going says she needs to wake up. Exactly. I think she's woke, but she's just sleepwalking. She's just sleepwalking. She don't know what's going on. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome. Appreciate you. Anthony Chandler says, what is it about him that keeps her around? She don't need him. Exactly. She can do bad all by herself, eh? She can do bad all by herself. All the way around the board. Yes, she is in survival mode, Sarah says. She's sleepwalking and she is going. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Retro says her boyfriend gonna let them use his Civic to move. Yeah, sounds about right. Her boyfriend, sugar daddy, somebody's gonna let her use something.
We're gonna be homeless in 2
It won't be coming from Leland. We know that, chat. It won't be coming from Leland.
2 days, and we got called today by one of the people, and they told us that we had to leave the property. Now, they didn't know our tent was here, but
the car that we using, one of our friends' car that we're using to set up our stuff, we parked up and they said that we gotta go. So that let us know, give us an inkling that we gotta be careful because they can kick us off the land. Okay, so we gotta be careful. Okay,
What?
we don't know when these people gonna come, but they can come, and yeah, we gotta watch out, and we gotta put this tarp over the tent. We gotta put camo over the tent so they don't see the light and stuff. This light is bright. See that? So we gotta be low key. So we gotta set the tarp up and the camo up as fast as possible, but we don't want to do it at night because it's too.
So chat, he said he has to set the camo up, the tarp up. He's going in the straight military hiding mode. Gosh, he's doing all of this. But the thing about it is, chat, supposedly, allegedly, they are right directly behind the hotel that they're staying at. Like literally in the parking lot, at the fence, and then them. That's where they're supposed to be living at. Nah, buddy. Gotta get that thing together.
Too dark. So we gotta do it during the day and be fast, quick and fast. They'll be on our ass. Brianna is setting up the tent today, so hopefully we're finished today. Okay, and it's
Brianna is setting up the tent
We're gonna
today.
take advantage of it and
She's
get
setting
this
up
stuff
that
done.
tent.
But even if it was cold, we wouldn't be cold anyway because we got so much stuff that keep us warm, so it don't even matter. We're gonna be homeless in one day, so we got a tent in the tent. We setting up today to make sure everything is gonna be good for tomorrow. A tent in the tent. That's a double. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Look.
Double the protection.
This is how we're gonna stay extra warm in here, okay? When you're in this tent, it's naturally gonna be warmer because of body heat and stuff. And
A tent in a tent is crazy work. It's diabolical. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's diabolical. They have a lot of good coverings. They have thermal gear. As far as their clothing, they have thermal patches going around on the floor to try to keep whatever else out. Keep as much heat in as possible. But it's just crazy because of the fact that y'all spent all this money on all that gear, all the supplies, all that extra food, all the moving, all the storage, the other storage unit, when y'all could have just paid what y'all owed and just, whatever. To each his own.
maybe we want to have something on top of the tent too, right? You put an insulation?
Yeah, there's gonna be a thermal emergency blanket on top, and then the rain tarp will be on top of that.
You're not done setting up in here yet? This is the outside of the tent, but you go in the other room. Look, isn't that crazy? It's like a room.
It's literally a room. I love it. And I thought this was
No,
gonna
you
take
don't.
up way more space.
You taking up the whole...
Okay. Oh no, this is toasty. This is toasty.
He didn't even roll the blanket. This is just one blanket.
Oh, we're going to sleep in here.
What? Oh boy, this is toasty, yeah. Until it's negative goddamn 15 degrees out them doors.
Almost done setting up. This is our last day, so we're really, really working on getting this done.
And once again, he wouldn't shut up
He's
about
in
how
Wonderland.
amazing it was going to be to return to homelessness, how much money they'd save, how fast they'd become rich. Apparently this time billionaire status was right around the corner.
Way more money, fast too. You living in a tent paying no rent. Imagine saving $2,000 plus a month. When we homeless, we gonna be good. That's why I'm excited to be homeless, because we about to save a lot of bread. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not worried about the cold. We're gonna be homeless for the holiday season. We're gonna be poor for the holiday season. We're gonna be living outside in the cold, dead of winter, middle of the...
This was his, I guess, his feel sorry for us speech. So please donate. Donate. We're going to be homeless. We're going to be tired. We're going to be hungry. We're not going to have any chapstick. So please donate. So I could get some Caramex. It's all due. It's all right. I need it. It's mandatory.
Winter during holiday season.
and we gonna be good too. I just turned 30 today. I'm so happy. I've never been so happy about being homeless. I'm so excited to be homeless in the winter. I'm ready to save this money. Being homeless in the winter is better than the summer too, because the shit keep your food cold. It's natural refrigeration. When you're homeless in the winter, that's natural refrigeration. This is how I stay warm. This is the biggest challenge in the winter.
Oh, look at him, chat.
To keep my food cold for free. Like, what are you talking?
He said he's hyped to keep his food cold for free. Not I'd rather pay whatever electric bill that needs to be done, you know. Make sure everything's good and golden. Where you going says he's having too much fun. Retro says they got a 2-bedroom tent. Indeed. Sarah says just get a fly sheet for the tent. Brianna makes it work. Yeah, she definitely does. Where they going says she's as mental problems. Yeah, she has mental problems. Definitely does. Sarah says, poor Bree. This man, yeah, when people are abused too young, they become attached to their abusers and feel an obligation to them as if they're to blame for being abused. Yeah, that's the way that goes at times, man. And it's a sad case and a sad story. And that is exactly what Bree is going through. Very much so. That's why when I first was on it, it was like, are they really homeless? Then going into it, it was, oh, they want to be homeless. Then it was that he's an abuser. He's an abuser, and that's not allegedly. He's an abuser. What is Bree's services anyway? Oh, she has she has an OnlyFans account, and also she goes out on dates with men. And now when she goes out on the dates with the men, I don't know what services are being provided on these dates, but she goes out and meets and greets. She does OnlyFans and meet and greets. She enables him to be a luck up. Yeah, definitely does. He sounds stupid. Super. Larry Bird, super. Appreciate you.
Talking about, like, I'm excited as
bringing you all the gifts. You hear me? Bring you all the gifts.
hell. And me and my girl been homeless for 3 years already. We was homeless in -11 degrees. I'm excited. I don't want to be homeless.
-11 is crazy.
We're gonna be homeless during holiday season, and I don't like the holidays anyway. I don't really care for them. I wouldn't say I don't like them, but if I miss them, I miss them. I'm still alive. I'm healthy. I'm 30. I'm chilling today. I'm gonna have a good day, and we're gonna get this money. And we go and get this chapstick and lotion too.
Oh, chat. He must have heard me through the screen, chat, because, oh boy, I was definitely on him. Gosh almighty. Gotta stay dehydrated, man. In his case, he's always dehydrated, but on this side, we love to hydrate, you know? Let me open up this new water. That's some good stuff. Appreciate y'all, chat. Oh, he must have heard me through the screen. He need a whole tub of that. He needs some WD-40 on them joints. Lord, he busts 1 more centimeter of that smile. His whole lip structure is gonna crack and bleed.
What's even crazier is that he posted another video claiming once again that he had a plan. According to him,
oh, she got a MacBook. And it got a case on it. Okay. Okay, Bree. Okay.
They wouldn't be homeless for long because the plan was to save on rent, stack up credit, and then somehow buy land or find somewhere permanent to stay.
So me and my girl been talking because it's like, we're not planning on being homeless that long. We're only gonna be homeless like
Big Beard Gang, Capricorn Gang.
At least 3 months, like worst case scenario. We're not trying to be homeless that long. We're actually getting equipment for it soon. We're going to go to Walmart and get the tent and get all this stuff to set up the spot. I would like to get a hotel because another hotel, and we're going to get a nicer one, and we can stack up credit. It's not about saving money. Like, yeah, we'll be paying like $3,000 plus a month at this hotel. So what? We can make the money. We will be saving still $300 to $500 a month with all our bills paid. The meantime, we're stacking credit though. We're paying off all our credit cards. We're paying off loans, like, so we can get a tiny home and get land. So the main thing that we're really concerned about is credit. What we really want to stack up is our credit line.
How exactly
He said he wants to get him a tiny home. It's not gonna be yours, buddy. It's gonna be Bree's tiny home, buddy. Chat. If she gets the tiny home, it's not gonna be his, chat. It's gonna be Bree's. All the way. Let's get back to it.
Supposed to work remains a mystery. What is clear is that he's a lazy grifter who does nothing but spin stories. Just listen to him rant about how he's an entrepreneur, how they're amazing at running multiple businesses, and how they'll just figure it out.
When we get evicted, so we're choosing to be homeless
Mm-hmm.
because we want to stack up cash. We're young entrepreneurs. We're still learning how to run a business.
Multiple businesses.
It's me and my girlfriend together. We're in a romantic relationship. How many people you know that are in a romantic relationship that run a business? It's hard. So me and her are choosing to be homeless to learn how to run a business the right way. When we're living in the tent, no one's around us, no one's distracting us except ourselves. Okay? And me and her are learning how to be a unit. Okay? We're gonna be stacking money, and we're gonna get out of there and then get another hotel because our credit isn't good enough, and we're gonna stack up our credit when we get a hotel. People aren't
At this point, we've stopped being shocked by how delusional this man sounds. He'll say or do absolutely anything for clout. In one of his videos, he even admitted that his plan going forward wasn't to get a job or do something productive to get out of the crisis, but to promote his girlfriend's OnlyFans services, as he likes to call it.
I'm not making enough money.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he was doing, chat. He went on a long journey about that. A long journey about that. He was... His initiative was because of the fact that at the time, he wasn't receiving as many views. He was starting to get a lot of backlash on YouTube. I don't see them anywhere else but YouTube. But he was starting to get a lot of backlash on YouTube. So then it came to the point where he was like, all right, well, forget this. You guys aren't liking. You guys aren't subscribing. You guys aren't sending in any super chats, anything of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote my so-called girlfriend, you know? I'm going to promote my so-called girlfriend, and hopefully she gets another counterpart with some big bread to come and fill the void, come and fill the gap. Nah.
YouTube.
It's hers, her money.
She's making more money than YouTube.
Exactly.
Her service is why we're living here. I have been promoting her through content creation. So like YouTube isn't pulling in enough money, but the promotion that I'm giving her from me making YouTube videos and Instagram videos and Facebook videos is why we're able to live here too. Like,
it's wild, chat. I know, I apologize. Look, I know he's probably on it like, yeah, you wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for me. I'm the one making all the videos for you. I'm holding the camera for you. I'm doing the pictures. And nah, buddy, nah.
we're helping each other. So this is why we're never getting a 9-to-5, because a 9-to-5, we're going to get less money, have less time when all...
Once again, we're looking at a 30-year-old grown man who would rather promote his girlfriend's OnlyFans than get an actual job. What's truly shocking is that after getting the eviction notice, both of these jokers didn't leave the hotel until they were served court orders. They knew they owed the hotel money. They knew eviction was inevitable. And yet they waited until a constable showed up to forcibly remove them.
We got evicted over 30 days ago, and we're still living in the hotel because the constable hasn't shown up yet. And we don't know when he's going to show up. It's a mystery. We were supposed to be homeless today.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Definitely a mystery. Damn, Bree is strong. Yes, she is. Bree got multiple businesses. Multiple. That's her. All around the board, that's her. She's just too naive to see who she really is. You know what I mean? And she's been going through this with this man for such a long time. It's like become the norm to her. In certain stories and certain lives, you can see she's emotionally disturbed by him and what he says and how he treats her and how he bashes her online and in front of the live crowd. But she's still there, you know? Sarah says her promoter. Manipulation. Definitely, sir. Definitely.
But we're not. We don't like how we've been being treated recently, so we want to get out of here anyway. We already got the tent set up. We just got to get this stuff out of here, get the U-Haul and put it in storage unit, and
we're gonna leave anyway, so we're not gonna wait for the constable. But technically, we can still stay here.
One major speculation people have about this entire situation is how the hotel even allowed them to stay after they owed more than $6,000. That would mean they hadn't paid rent for over 3 months. In a typical motel setup, they would have been evicted after 1 missed month. So either they had some kind of special arrangement with the hotel, or they were never as homeless as they claimed. And given their track record, this second theory seems far more likely. Many people believe they're choosing this lifestyle again purely for attention, because homelessness for them has always been less about survival and more about clout.
There we go.
They're both
Very
back to living in tents. Leland has once again uploaded a video showing the exact location of their tent, while claiming he's trying to stay stealth and hidden from the cops, which is ironic considering he keeps broadcasting it online.
Very much so.
So this is our new homeless spot. We got to cut down all this plant life. She's got some good tools to cut down all this plant life, make it.
She's got some good tools to cut down the plant. And look at him pointing directly at her. Look at him, chat. She's got the tools. She's got the tools. She's going to cut it down. Lord, chat. And the thing about it is, he wants to stay out of the way and not let people know, but let's get back to it, chat.
Easy for us. This spot is in the cut. Don't nobody know where we at. This is a really good stealth homeless spot. Okay, we're gonna stay here for at least 3 months, stack up some cheddar and live better later. Go get a nice hotel.
Peace and blessings, Ramadan.
And
Peace
stack
and
up our credit
blessings.
when we get the hotel. I mean, there should be no reason why we get caught here. I mean, look at this spot. It's so dense. Look at this. We're getting really excited to set everything up. And honestly, we've been homeless before, so this is nothing. This is way easier than last time. Last time we were homeless, we didn't know what to do. Now we're trained and adept. We have skills. We know how to survive.
Adaptive
We just had to find a good
capabilities,
spot.
huh?
That's honestly the hardest thing. It's just find a spot that's out the way that nobody knows about. That's mission accomplished. So now we're just gonna set up everything. We're gonna take our time to cut down all this life that's in our way with the tent. We're gonna do that while we stay at the hotel, and then just come back here and set up the
She's
tent.
gonna do it.
We'd also like to remind you that when they moved out of the hotel, it started snowing heavily. So now most of their content revolves around just how freezing it is inside their tent. Every video is centered around the cold, the discomfort, and the misery, almost like it's part of the brand at this point.
At least we know them boots are keeping your feet warm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Very much so. Very much so.
The light, it got it.
After watching these videos, a lot of people are once again urging Brianna to leave his sorry ass. Because if she's earning a decent amount on her own, there's absolutely no reason for her to keep carrying him financially. She could very easily live on her own and support herself without dragging a grown man along. And if she continues to stay with him, it's painfully obvious that he'll keep pulling her into new disasters over and over again. There's no...
Okay, now chat, y'all just saw that man grab that bag with that left hand, right? He grabbed the bag with that left hand, and what's in his right hand? The phone. So what is he holding? Nothing. She's chucking every single thing by herself. She deserves better. Goodness gracious. Retro says, them boots stink for sure. For sure they stink. For sure. Look at your goddamn boots. They're starting to grow roots. Let's get back to it.
such thing as stability in his life. He has one and only one future plan: not getting a job, not doing any real work, and remaining homeless by choice. Sure, this might work out fine while they're young, but what happens when they hit their 50s or 60s? What exactly is the plan then? What happens if they have no assets, no savings, and no stability? Do they seriously believe Brianna's OnlyFans income is going to save them forever? Because that is absolutely not how real life works.
Not at all.
At this point is clearly a lost cause.
She love hot dads. And then they brung in the homeboy. Look how she's looking at him. Look how she's looking at him, chat. That's That's Leland supposed to be homeboy, chat. I think that might be Bree's boyfriend side, her side quest. You know what I mean? Gosh almighty. Sarah says Bree's parents probably beg her to stay home. Yes, indeed. They said it multiple times on the YouTube on their YouTube live. Bree's parents have answered questions prior to and made comments. Leland's dad has made comments before on the live also, begging him to let Bree go, be a good woman to somebody who deserves it. You know, that's the way that goes. Eric Hayes says, yeah. Michael Ward says, yeah. What are they doing to this in this economy tanks? And the dollar doesn't matter at all. What are they going to do then? Yeah, because the dollar is on a pitfall. Just got rid of the pennies. The dollar worth, it's not holding up to anything right now.
Anyone with functioning eyes can see that from a mile away. But Brianna, that's where the concern really lies. We can only hope she realizes what she's doing to her life and how she's wasting her youth following this guy around and handing over her future decisions. She deserves better than freezing in tents, dodging cops and funding someone else's delusions. We genuinely hope she comes back to her senses, returns to her parents' home, where there is stability, support, and actual opportunity.
Very
and
much.
chooses a future that isn't built around survival mode and internet clout.
Dark shines bringing me down.
Check him out, chat. Check him out, chat. He's about to get into go mode for y'all. He says this is what he does. He's a he's an artist. That's what he also proclaims to be on his on his YouTube page. Yeah, he's an artist, chat. You know. Can't knock a man. Oh man. You can't knock a man for trying at all. At all. Michael says, I already read that one. My fault. Retro War says she's looking at him like he got a job. Yeah, buddy. Michael says, so if she's having fun being homeless, let her be having fun being homeless. When she gets tired of it, she'll go back to her mom and dad. I'm sure you know that's on her mind 5 times a day. Yeah, more than 5 times a day. I think it's on her mind constantly at a constant rate, but she doesn't want to leave. She may be feeling too guilty, like, okay, if I leave this man, what is going to happen to him? He's not going to have anything. She may be just inside her own little guilt trip. You know what I mean? Retro says Eddie Kane at the best. Twins, you hear me? Twinning. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Hold on, that's the wrong one.
Let me get one. Nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall.
Making my heart feel sore if they can. Yeah, dog.
Apologies for playing this without a disclaimer. We completely forgot to mention that. In addition to being a so-called financial genius, our guy is also a singer. We hope you enjoyed the video. More content like this will be coming soon, so stay tuned.
Whoa, chat.
You will never see someone...
Lord. That was that. That was that. Oh, man. Grifting at its best. Manipulation at its best. See, chat, the people, they were feeling a type of way about both of them at first, as far as like when the chat was on, because at one point in time, he disabled all chat from being posted on his lives or anything, or his videos that he marketed, whatever the case may be. Bree, I would say, she's a strong one. She's a good one. She's going through some things in life, I think, you know, that made her how she is. And him being the manipulator that he is, and green lighting and gaslighting this young lady has made her feel like he may actually have some type of love for the lady, you know? But I don't see that at all being that way. At all. He needs to get it together. Slowly but surely. They have all the latest and greatest, you know, of everything, all the latest and greatest electronics, all up-to-date iPhones, all up-to-date gadgets on computers. She brought him 2 Xbox One S series. It's been a lot to just make sure this man is taken care of by Bree, you know? Gosh almighty. So yeah. It's been another one, chat. For everybody that like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate you all. On your way out before you leave, y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for your kid one time. We here. It's been another one. Y'all been rocking out with your boy Ace, and I appreciate all of y'all from the heart, because without you, there's no us. That's the way that go. I might be back with another one. What time is it? Okay, it's still early. I might jump back up here in a little while. Yeah, I might jump back up here. So once again, I want to tell each and every one of y'all, thank y'all for being here. It's been good. It's been golden. Very much so. I enjoyed my time with y'all. Enjoyed the conversation. Always. And remember, you always can speak. Speak your mind. We go back and forth, not as like a combative thing, but just for the experience, you know? That's how you hold a conversation. One person say one thing, another person responds, and then we go, you know, that's how it goes. And I love it. The chat was cool. Y'all were very respectful to one another. Everybody was good and golden. We didn't have any hard heads in the building tonight. And that's always a good sign, you know? Everybody showed love. That's what it's about. Peace and blessings and love, you know? The love will always, always override the hate of anything. And always remember, chat, who do we protect? That always is a must. The kids, the women, the elderly, you know? The kids, the women, the elderly. Always, always. Appreciate you, Retro. Nice having you in here, man. Frosty the Bro Man, indeed. Indeed, I'm gonna have to put that one on tab. You hear me? Frosty the Bro Man. Indeed, we here with you. We going up. And y'all been rocking out with the boy. It's your boy Ace. Remember, we don't break the content. We break the content down. It's been another one. I've enjoyed my time. And that's that. Peace. See you next time.